Young and restless mindbender. Trevor St. John's upcoming role in Genoa City. The Young and the Restless. Young and Restless big announcement left us with more questions than answers. The big question on everyone's mind since news broke that One Life to Live alum Trevor St. John is joining Young and Restless is, who will he be playing? Billed only as a mystery role, the announcement left a lot of room for speculation and, unsurprisingly, we here at Soaps have some ideas on the topic. Let's take a look at the possibilities. Ronan Mowley. Last played by Jeff Branson, Ronan was last known to be living in Washington, D.C., where he had taken a job with Homeland Security. But with Ray Rosales no longer on the job since his untimely death, who better to fill the role of detective than Chancey's half-brother? Though the pair didn't always see eye to eye, they would make terrific partners, right? Besides, the Chancellor Mansion needs more family members living in it, and having been romantically linked with both Phyllis and Chloe, there are two built-in means of St. John shaking up the canvas as Mowley right there. Cole Howard, an old flame of both Victoria and Ashley. Cole, who was last played by J. Eddie Peck, left Genoa City to take a teaching position at Oxford. With Vic's latest marriage going down the tubes and right into a ravine, she could sure use a little comfort. Ash, although not on the canvas full-time, is even more in need of a little sexy time. Cole is probably the least likely to return, but is a possibility being bandied about on social media. Why not? Dylan McAvoy. Sharon's heart was broken when Dylan left to go into the witness protection program, and she had to tell everyone her husband had left her. 6 months after his departure, she received divorce papers, and the rest is history. If the threat against him has somehow disappeared, it's entirely possible that Dylan could show up on her doorstep. Wouldn't that throw her for a loop so soon after Ray's death? And while Sharon may not want to revisit the past, Dylan, formerly played by Steve Burton, who is currently appearing on Days of Our Lives, also has a history with Chelsea. Kane Ashby. It would be surprising if they brought back this character with anyone in the role other than Daniel Goddard, but as we've often learned, anything is possible in the world of soaps. St. John is in the right age range, and it would certainly work timing-wise, especially with Lily on the verge of being fed up with Billy's fixation with Victoria, who is about to need comfort, and her boyfriend also embarking on a podcast venture with his ex-fiancée and resident obsessive, Chelsea. The character of Kane was also chem-tested with Victoria in the past when they shared a kiss, or was it two? Word of which got back to Lily in prison. Plenty of viewers were interested to see what might develop between the Newman heir and the former Con, who once pretended to be Jill's son, Philip. New character. It's entirely possible that St. John has been cast as a new character who will come to Genoa City to shake things up. There's a lot of business being done in town lately, so he could come in as a slick new power player who interacts with any of our faves at Jabot, Newman Enterprises, Newman Media, or Chancellor Winters and Falls for one of the lovely ladies who have broken glass ceilings. Nate's not doing so hot at Chancellor Winters these days. Might he return to the hospital? That could set the scene for St. John to come in as a hotshot surgeon who competes for the lovely Alina. Chance needs a new partner after Ray's death. Might St. John stroll into the coffee house one day as a leather jacket-clad detective and give Sharon or Chelsea deja vu? Young and Restless could well do with a new villain or bad boy type after the departure of Ashland Locke. Might St. John's new character fill the bill? Perhaps he'll have a connection to Ashland Locke or Bobby DiFranco.